All right, y'all. I'm back with a little video. I know I haven't done these in a minute. I've been in the lab, but anyways, I'm just gonna jump right in because it really didn't take me that long, honestly, to find these setups. But on my Twitter, I don't know if y'all follow me on my Twitter or not, but if you do, I post trades on my Twitter as well. So like Home Depot, I posted, and this junk, break 366 and went up to 388. So I mean, like I posted that one. But I don't just post long too. Like I trade both ways. Then on this one, I said, hey, when price comes back up to 167, that's when you can go short. And then look what happened. I was only looking for 161, but they also had earnings, and that helped us too. No, actually, it went down before earnings. Yeah. So even before their earnings, it sold off. So I was only looking for 161, but due to the ES and the Nasdaq being weak that day, this $5 move or $6 move turned into $14. But anyways, that's anyways, I'm just gonna move on. So number one this week, I'm looking at Amazon. Amazon, go to the monthly, right? Price reclaim back in this candle, right? We are above the low of 217.93. Go to the daily time frame. This is the last daily candle, so as long as we stay above 220.77, and I drew a fib on this on the monthly. No, I drew that fib on the weekly because I measured. No, when did I draw this fib? Did I draw it on the monthly? Yeah, I did. So this fib I drew it on the last monthly candle. So pretty much I'm looking. So just based off this candle right here, and just based off this current candle for the month, I'm looking at 227.23 to be tested. But before that, before we go up to 227.23, you know, as long as price can hold, like I said, as long as we stay above this daily low of 220.77, and then we have 222, that's a key number. If you know, you know. So pretty much, as long as we stay above like the 0.75, I'm looking at a retest of 226.22, the higher Friday. I'm pretty much looking at price to fill this candle. And then from there, you know, well, not the high from Friday, the high for Thursday. Sorry. So pretty much, I'm looking at this next candle to break out like this, if that makes sense. I'm looking for this next daily candle to push up and break out. So pretty much, pretty much the break, because this is his current candle. I just did the market is small. So pretty much the break of 223.76 will confirm the move up to 226.22. Then over that, I'm looking at 227.23. And then possibly this whole gap can be filled, which honestly ends at 231.39. But as of right now, like I said, I'm not looking for this whole gap to be filled. I'm looking at part of this gap. I'm at least looking at 227 for Amazon. So pretty much the safe entry will be the break of 223, looking at 227, stop. You have a dollar. It just depends on you. A $3 move is not bad at all, especially by your contracts in the money. Like that delta will pay you. Anyways, that's Amazon. Next one is the mouse, Disney. So Disney, I'm short. Yes, it's been in this giant accumulation phase since May 2022. But as of right now, right, like this, just go to the monthly candle. We open below the last month, below July, right? This August candle is pushing down. So I'm pretty sure this August candle, just based off of this opening, right? This wick open, no, this candle open right here, but it pushed down. So just based off the monthly low, since price couldn't stay above 118.57 and started to reject, that means bears are in control on Disney. So for me, I'm not saying that this stock is gonna crash down to $100 or to not. No, I'm only looking for this gap at 106, which you see on the lower time frame, which makes sense because this gap coincides into this big candle right here, which price size it came and tested. So notice how these other candles right here, like this big candle, what happened to price? It came down and tested it. This big candle right here, what happened to price? Came down and filled it, right? This big candle right here, has price came down yet and tested this candle? The bulls, no. So just based off the past, I'm looking for the same thing to happen. I'm looking for this candle to sweep down into this big candle. I'm looking for this bearish candle to sweep down in this bullish candle and to actually see if the bulls are still present. And I'll show you on a lower time frame. So just based off of the monthly time frame, I know price is going to come down in this candle because price likes to feel what price. You can't go right without going left first. And what I mean by that is price has to come in order to make a higher low, price has to come down and fill a candle to the left. That's all I'm trying to say. A candle or gap or whatever. It has to fill some sort of imbalance, take liquidity. It has to do something before it can make the actual move. So with that being said, I'm looking at 106 on Disney. Right now it's at 112. So I'm pretty much looking at this gap to be filled. But if it keeps dropping, then all I'm gonna do, box, boom. I'm looking at overall move will be down to 97, which coincides into this candle if this gap doesn't hold. But as of right now, I'm just looking at 106.57 on the mouse. Let me go to the 30-minute time frame. No, I'm gonna go to 4 hour. Yeah, so 4 hour. So two ways you can enter, just based off the daily, right? Break of 112.02. You know if price breaks this last daily candle, it's gonna come down and fill this gap. And then not only that, but yeah, but even if I break down that candle, look, so that candle just like, even though on the higher time frame it showed that big bullish candle, lower time frame it's just a gap up, right? So price has a gap to fill at 106, has a small gap to fill between 103 and 103.97, and then we have this big target down at 97. So pretty much these are my targets for the short side. But as of right now, I'm not looking for price to just sweep down to 97, right? I'm not looking for that to happen in one big candle. I want price to come down slow to make lower highs and lower lows, right? So there are two ways you can enter. Well, there are two ways I'm going to enter. So let me go full screen. So pretty much if price comes back up here in this small gap right here, and then I'm gonna make this red. I'm gonna turn on the background. So if we break above 114.29, come in this gap and reject, you know, then from this gap, stop above 118, I'm looking at 106, and then so on. But yeah, or the break under the daily candle of Friday's candle, right? $6 move. I'm looking at 106. And then from 106, I can leave a runner and take it down to 103. Because like I said, gap right here, 106, gap right here at 103, then it's overall gap. But like this to me, like the fact that price didn't the fact that price opened below the last month's candle and started to push down, that's why I'm bearish on Disney. Like, yeah, I know it's summertime, theme parks, whatever, but like just look at the chart. Like this doesn't look bullish to me. Like I don't see how this is bullish to me. So I would like for Disney to come down, but that's just me. Cause I know, but look, it has gaps up here that it is gonna fill at 168. It is gonna come back up here, but as of right now, I think it needs more time. So yeah, so Disney, I'm bearish on 106. That's pretty much my target. Then last but not least is Starbucks. So Starbucks, I'm bullish on. I'm looking at 94.79 on this, and the reason why, go to the monthly time frame. This last month candle, right? Look at the close. It closed at 89.16, right? Are we above 89.16? This current month candle, yes, is above 89.16. So, yes, let me move this 89.16. Cause that's the close. Wait. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, no, yeah. So we are above the close but I meant to say the high of the candle. I don't know why I said the close. Yeah. So anyways, we are above the close and we are also above the high. The high is 98.889. 98.89, right? That's what I said. Wait, no. What the? No, not the. I meant, what is this? Anyways, it's above, not the high. I meant the body. So pretty much this monthly candle right here is above the body of the last month candle. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So the body of this is 92.12. I'm pretty sure. Command. Yeah. Yeah. So we are above 92.12. So okay. Yeah. So we are above the closing price and we are also above the high of the body, right? So we are above, so the monthly candle is above the last month's candle, then I suspect price to fill half of last month's candle, which is at 94, 0.48 with my fib. I might have to change that. I don't know why I have that number, that 0.79. But anyways, so just based off the monthly time frame, and then if we go down to the weekly time frame, right? We gotta do the break of 92.12. So pretty much the break of the high will confirm 94 and so on Starbucks. And then what I really liked about it, because usually on Starbucks, when it makes this curve right here, I'll show you it on lower time frames because I think I saw it on 30 minute. Yeah. No, what is, or was it an hour? What's that curve at? What is the 4 hour I saw it on? No, I think it was an hour. Yeah. So pretty much anytime price makes this shape right here, like this sideways, huh, it's like anytime price makes this shape right here, it usually goes back up. Like this dip right and then this higher low right here, then price will usually go back up. It's a parabolic S curve, I believe it's called. It's something like that. But usually I've started to like notice it more. But on Starbucks, right? Since price reclaimed the last month's levels, right? As long as we stay above 91.54, I'm looking at 94.79. And then above that, I'm looking at 96.69, which is 75%, right, of that candle, right? And then two, it's back in the range. So even if I got rid of all of this and just did this, if this was the start of the range, right? And if this is the low of the range, right? Did price not come back in this range? If I just do this, you can see. So we are back in a range. And even if I take high, low, extend 92.4, 94.23, 96.06. And all I did was take it from the start of the range, this candle, on the 9th to the low of July 17th. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, that's pretty much it on like I said, it was just wasn't really hard to find these. But I really like Starbucks because I really think it's gonna gap up in this range, and at least for this candle. Yeah, because look, it's pretty much a zone. Yeah, so pretty much just this box right here, 94.48, 94.23. But yeah, I really like Starbucks. It looks real good. So it could go back up to 97. Like I want this candle to fill this wick all the way up, but I take 94. I take what I can get. But that's pretty much it for me. I set alert at 92.40. I know we break that on hold, it's just gonna keep going. But yeah, but that's pretty much it for me. Uh, I'm gonna try. I said try. I try to do this every week. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. But thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next video.